Hi, this is Rick, Vintage Oddball Cards. Hope everyone's doing well out there. Well, I made a video last week on my Cobb collection. So if you haven't checked it out, just look at my video library. About a week ago, I showed a bunch of Cobb cards and photos. But of course, I forgot a card to show you and a photo. A little behind the scenes. I keep my cards in different banks, safety deposit boxes, home, a storage area. And typically when I come up with an idea for a video, it's at the last minute. So I race to the banks to pick up these cards. And of course I forgot a card and a photo to show you. So I'm going to start with that. But then after that, I'm going to show you my Gehrig collection. And I think I got everything. I double checked so I don't have to show my next video a few more Gehrig items. So Gehrig, love Gehrig. But we're going to start with a Cobb I didn't show you from my last video. And that's the 1921 American Caramel E121. And God, just look at this thing. Just outstanding. It is minimum size. It is diamond cut. But you don't see any, just fantastic. Like right out of the pack. And then the photo, which is an important photo in the hobby. And I didn't pay a lot for this, but it's like the Mona Lisa of photos, sports photos. And what it is the 1910 Conlon photo of Cobb sliding in the third. I'm sure you've all seen in a book or magazine of this particular photo. And when you're a photo collector, you have to have something, because this photo is very important, like I said, to the hobby. So I have a Type 4 here of him sliding in the third. He's stealing base. This is at Hilltop Park. New York Highlanders. Jimmy Austin is the third baseman. Conlon, the photographer. Back in those days, the photographers would be right on the field, literally right next to the third base box. And Conlon, I read an article that he said that he was a great friend of Jimmy Austin. And they were conversing. And all of a sudden, here comes Cobb sliding in the third. And Conlon was worried for Jimmy Austin because, as you know, Cobb liked to have his spikes up when sliding. Look at that intense grimace on Cobb's face. And so Conlon, after he found out Jimmy Austin was okay, he wasn't sure if he took the picture or not. So later that evening, he realized he did take the picture. And if you had a Type 1 of this, there's only a few out there, it only costs you about $400,000. So the next best thing is get a copy of it from a duplicate negative. All right. So really happy to show you that. Can't believe I didn't show you it. It was literally right behind me. Should have realized that, but old age. Okay, now for Gehrig. What a fantastic player, person. We're going to start with, I got cards and photos here. This is I think my first Gehrig card I've ever picked up, a 1928 W502. In a 5, just outstanding. Blank back, got the PWCC sticker there. Now many of these are not, there's basically, it says hand cut, but these are no way they're hand cut. They're not hand cut. So I don't know why PSA, the grading company should discontinue saying these things are hand cut. These are pretty much identical to the Yinglings and the Harrington issues, the ice cream issues, but it is blank back. Some of them have a stamp on the back of like 1-bagger, 3-bagger home run, and some kind of baseball game basically that you would play with these cards. We don't really know too much about the rules or anything. Probably given out or sold at different stores. So very cool. This is definitely a strip card. It's the W565 in a 9. Yes, a strip card in a 9. And there's more than one of these in a 9, believe it or not. They came in 2 sheets. Most of the characters are actors, but there are 4 baseball players, 4 baseball cards to the set. Lou Gehrig being one of them. Really cool. How about this might be my favorite one. It's a 33 DeLong. Outstanding for a 1.5. Picked this one up at one of the Nationals. Now DeLong, Mr. DeLong, who started his own company, he was let go by Gowdy. He was high up in the Gowdy company. Decided, hey, why don't I start my own gum company? So in the package you'd have a card and a piece of gum. It was a one-hit wonder. He probably wasn't well financed, but he made 24 beautiful cards. And Lou Gehrig probably being the best of the bunch. Let's see. Here we got some Gowdy cards. The 1934 card 61. Incredible for a 1, huh? We have here a 33 Gowdy card 160. Beautiful. And the 34 Gowdy, not as beautiful, but I do love the yellow background. Has a nice big crease on the top there, as you can see. I probably will never upgrade it. I mean, what can I tell you? It's another fantastic image of the great Lou Gehrig. This one I picked up. I made a trade actually at the Chicago National for this Warsh cigar card. And initially, collectors thought these were, because they're blank back, there's no advertisement on them, they thought they were a Wheaties issue. But eventually people found that these were actually in Warsh cigar envelopes with the advertisement Warsh cigar on the envelope. So they found out that was a Warsh cigar company from Minnesota, I believe. And Ruth's a big card in the set, but you can't go wrong with a Lou Gehrig. I traded a beater Babe Ruth and got some money back for this card. And these are pretty tough. And it was a red Ruth card, but I can always pick up a red Ruth card, but these don't come up for auction every day. Let's see what else I got. I have a 1931 W517. There was 3 cards vertical attached to each other. You can kind of see the lines where you would cut it here. And I believe this one to be, of the 3, the bottom card, because most of them are blank back. But some of them at the bottom have a different color. And there was a game in which you pick out of a box, and if the bottom card had a certain color, you'd win a ball or some kind of prize. And I picked this one up, Chicago National, from a non-dealer, actually a guy with a Pelican case or briefcase, and he had 3 of these ungraded, and I picked out the best one. And I got it graded and came back at 2. I have here a definitely an oddball item. Can't believe actually that SGC, they'll grade anything. PSA will grade anything. So this is a 1936 Sporting News sports stamp cut off a newspaper. So you can see these were issued in the newspaper all over the country, from the LA to San Francisco to Washington, D.C. I believe most of them, this is actually Sporting News, but most of them were newspapers from the newspaper. The Hearst Corporation, which owned most of the newspapers at that time, came out with these, and little bio on Lou Gehrig here. Let's see, I have here a memorial ticket stub. Definitely a beater. Lou Gehrig died June 2nd, 1941. June 4th, they planned on a memorial to unveil his monument in center field. So I do have a photo of that. It's right here. And you'll see Joe McCarthy, his good friend, roommate, Bill Dickey, his wife, Connie Mack, the mayor of New York. Let's see, here is a this developed in the 80s. It's a Type 2. I have a photo of him, 1938. Here's a photo. I think this is 1936. Spring training. I have 3 photos here of him when he's signing the contract to make the movie Rawhide. Must have been a 5-star movie. There he is right here. And there he is here, knocking him dead. They actually, doctors they actually looked at this video years later to see if they could determine if he was showing signs of Lou Gehrig's disease, because this was shortly before he did show signs, to see if he, with his mannerisms and the strength in his hands and so forth. But they didn't find anything to determine whether, he had the disease at this time or not, or showing signs of the disease. Let's see, anything I else have? Did I show you this? I don't think I did. Darn it, I'll show you so many things. This is a type 1. If I did, I apologize. This is a type, I got them all mixed up here. It should be more organized on this other chair, but here's a type 1 photo of him. Kind of cool. He's staring at someone taking a snapshot. So love me some Lou Gehrig. Thanks for watching. This is Rick, Vintage Eyeball Cards. Bye.